well as a gifted lecturer, Rebbetzin Heller has been a full-time faculty member of Neve Yerushalayim College in Jerusalem since 1980. Her areas of expertise include textual analysis of biblical literature and Jewish philosophy, with an emphasis on teachings of the Rambam and the Maharal. She is distinguished by her unique teaching style. Based on classical sources, her insights on virtually any topic within Jewish studies flow in a seemingly effortless stream. A sought-after speaker, her lecture tours throughout the United States, Canada, England, and South Africa always draw enthusiastic crowds. Thank you very much.
It's an honor to be here with you. It's so wonderful to see so many people who are so motivated to really be there at the right time, to be at Yom Kippur at a place where Yom Kippur could achieve what it's meant to achieve. So what we're going to be talking about is return. So obviously, if I were to say I can't wait to return to China, there'd be a problem since I was never in China. So what are we trying to return to? Was anybody here perfect? No? Okay, bye. No. Okay. How could we return to perfection when we don't even know what it is, when it's far from us? So there's a Gemara, it's Gemara Nida. It says that before a child is born, it knows the whole Torah. An angel teaches it the entire Torah. And those are the best months of its life. So if you're wondering what you missed. So before the child could be born, the angel forces him to make an oath. The oath has two clauses. The first clause is be righteous and don't be wicked. And the second clause is even if the whole world tells you that you're righteous, in your own eyes you'll be as though you're wicked. And the child is forced to making this oath. And until the oath is made, the child can't be born. When the oath is complete, the angel strikes it on the mouth, and it can be born. So what's this about? Be righteous and don't be wicked. Every single person has a strong inner desire to see themselves as right. And what you'll see is even people who have terrible lives will redefine right and wrong so they could still feel right. But on the other hand, we don't believe in ourselves at all, which is why, I'm sure you've noticed this, if somebody tells you something flattering about yourself, you'll believe it. If the same person tells you at a different time something unflattering, you'll believe it, even though you know the truth. We believe what other people say more than we believe our own eyes and our own comprehensive picture of who we are. So when you talk about return, what are we returning to? We're returning to the state of innocence and purity and knowledge of the whole Torah that we had before we were born. So to take this to a deeper place, those of you who say the morning brachot are familiar with this. We say, Neshama shenatata bi, what are the next two words? Tohorahi. The neshama is pure. When people talk about needing a tikkun, the neshama will never need a tikkun. The neshama is inherently pure. There's nothing we could do to defile the neshama. The neshama is the aspect of Hashem within us that we experience through our thought. Now you could say, my thoughts are not pure, and that could be true. But there's a reason why in Judaic literature, distracting thoughts, escapist thoughts, desire or ego-oriented thoughts are called machshavot zarot, which means foreign thoughts. You can think, what do you mean foreign thoughts? Who thought that? Me, not somebody else. Foreign to what? Foreign to my deeper level of self, my more authentic level of self. So this is what we try to go back to. So the very first day of creation, it says, Bareshit bara Elokim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Hashem began by creating the heavens and the earth. And the earth is described as being tohu vavohu v'choshech. It was chaotic, it was empty, it was dark. Al pnei tom, upon the depths. And then Hashem says upon this, Yehi or, let there be light. So the biblical narrative isn't telling you about physical light. Physical light, as we know it, comes from the sun. Is that true? The biblical narrative, what day was the sun created? Fourth day. What light is this? What light's put there against the backdrop of vast chaos and darkness? It's the light of the soul. Rashi tells us that this light was the light of creation, that it doesn't belong in this world as this world is, and it was hidden for the righteous in the future life. Where was it hidden? It didn't say it disappeared. It was hidden. It's hidden in everybody's heart. This is the light of creation. This is the light of Adam. This is what we're trying to return to. In order to return, we have to acknowledge this, that we don't always have a lot of access to this light. So the Ruach is what comes down towards us, towards our consciousness, after the Neshama. The literal meaning of the word Ruach is wind. Did anybody ever see the wind? No, you don't see the wind. You see what the wind does. So there's an aspect of self that we can't easily put into words, but we know what we want and we know what we're drawn towards. This is what's called Ruach Kedusha. We're drawn to holy things. So I want you to go back in your mind's eye. Picture yourself at a time you said, this is beautiful, this is holy, this is what I want to be. You go down to the Kotel, let's say, early in the morning, when it's still dark, and you see people starting to get there. And you see the light beginning to rise, and you say, this is a holy place, this is a holy moment. Could you be there? Okay, so that's called Ruach HaKodesh. The Ruach is demanding that which is holy. There are people who live in that state all the time. I want to tell you a story that illustrates what that means. It's a true story. Okay, that tells you about some of my other stories, doesn't it? Okay, so my daughter at one point volunteered for an organization called Zeh Lezeh. It means this one to that one. And its purpose changes depending on what's needed. So at the time, it was mostly Bikur Cholim, mostly doing hospital visitations to people who are ill. So the Rebbetzin of the organization is an artist at Bikur Cholim. There was a woman who was hospitalized in Hadassah. She had terminal liver cancer. And she was depressed. It's depressing, is it not? She was young, she had young children, and she stopped talking. Physically, she could talk. She just was so depressed, she couldn't bring herself to talk. And her children took it personally. Mommy doesn't want us. Mommy doesn't want to look at us. And the people in the hospital understood what a disaster that would be for the children. So they tried to get her to speak. They brought a social worker and then a psychologist. And finally somebody said, why don't you bring the Rebbetzin? So exactly what the Rebbetzin said, I don't know. But she not only began to talk, but she made recordings for her children, and she asked them to bring other patients to her so she could encourage them. So my daughter asked her, what did you say? And she said, I told her that her letting herself speak requires so much strength, so much effort, that the spiritual energy that she's bringing forth could save a whole platoon of soldiers. And it's true. So my daughter asked, how did you think of saying that? It's true. I wouldn't have thought of it. So she said, I learned this from my mother. So now you're going to hear a story about her mother. So this is a story within a story. So her mother, who was the wife of the first Reb Arel Rebbe, Reb Aaron Rota, okay, they lived in Mea Shearim. Even by the terms of the time, they were desperately poor when he was young. He wasn't well known. They had very little. And their one prized possession was the refrigerator. The refrigerator was very chashuv. So one day, the refrigerator went on the blink. So they went to the neighbor who had a telephone and called a repair service, and the repairman came. So in the meantime, the mother had come back. She'd gone down to the shuk to buy vegetables for lunch. Every day they had the same lunch, vegetable soup and noodles, okay? And she's cooking, and the repairman began to cry. He was sobbing. And she thought first that the worst had happened. The refrigerator couldn't be fixed. Okay. But no, okay, she went, what happened? And he said, what's happening in your kitchen just now reminded me of something, and it makes a difference to my life. What did he see? So now we have a story within a story within a story. She came back to the shuk, and among the things she had is she had an orange, one orange. She said, I brought back a pre. So the kids are like looking at it. She opened it. She gave each one of them a segment. They're about to put it in their mouths. Said, wait a minute. Look at it. Hold it up to the light. Look at it. Okay, I want you to be there. What do you see when you look at an orange segment? Look at it in the light. What do you see? You see this, you see the seeds, right? So I said, we see the seeds. And she said, yes. Do you know how smart Hashem is? He puts an orange kit in every orange. There's a kit. Each seed could grow a whole tree with oranges. Could you believe it? Now the kids were like, eat. And she said, you know, there are a lot of orange trees in the world. Every single one of them came from a seed. And the kids are like, okay. So now they're about to eat it, right? So wait a minute. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Smell it. Do oranges smell good? They do. Said Hashem wants you to know that it's going to taste good, so he made it smell good. Okay? They want to eat it already. He said, one more thing. Right, I peeled it? Why do you think there are peels? We're going to throw them in the garbage. One said, Hashem's so smart. He gives every orange a raincoat. Okay. So now finally they say the brach, they eat it, and the repairman said, this touches something. I never saw this, but it reminds me of something I saw, but I don't know what. So she said, where are you from? Who are you? And he said, I don't know. I said, what do you mean you don't know? What's your name? He said, well, on the kibbutz they gave me the name Yisrael ben Chaim, but I'm not sure what my name actually is. What's the story? So he told her, okay, during the war, my mother put me in a monastery, and they agreed to keep me. She gave them money, and she said, will you give him back to the Jewish community if I don't come to get him when the war is over? And they agreed. She didn't believe them. She took a piece of glass that was on the floor, and she carved a Magen David on my ankle. And I grew up with a scar on my ankle. And when I got a little bit bigger, I asked the brothers, I said, what's this mark on me? And they were evasive. They said, you know, some people have scars, some people have brown hair, and some people have blue eyes. Everyone's different. You have this mark. When he got bigger still, and they would go out and see things, he saw pictures of a Magen David with a lot of anti-Semitic stuff written on it. And he knew the brothers weren't being straight with him. He went to the abbey of the monastery, the head man, and he said, what's the story? The abbey was a decent person. He told him the truth. He told him about his mother bringing him, about her fears, and he said, but you're fortunate because we saved you. You would have been a Jew. You would be doomed to hell. We saved you. You're one of us. He left the monastery that night, alone. He wandered Europe. He eventually ended up in a DP camp. He was picked up by the Jewish agency representatives, brought to Israel, to a kibbutz, given a name, given a life. He said, but there's something about what I saw here that told me something. What he saw was a moment of Ruach HaKodesh, of everything in him saying, I want this, I want that which is holy. But the Ruach always goes in the other direction. It could go the other direction as well. Is that true? Okay. So the neshama is always going to be pure, but the Ruach isn't. The Ruach goes where it goes. Okay. Then you get down to the part of the self that we're most conscious of, which is called nefesh. The word nefesh literally means that which rests. In modern Hebrew, the word nofesh is vacation, right? Kfar Nofesh is a vacation village. It's not a spiritual retreat, as you could think with the word nefesh. Imagine, I thought it was a spiritual retreat here in Club Med. Okay, so the nefesh self is the part that experiences Hashem through the walls of the body. How many of you like music? Okay, so it's nefesh self that likes music. You need a body, you need ears. And if you're moved by music, it goes from your nefesh to your ruach, and it might resonate with your neshama. Okay, so we're talking about returning to these moments of enlightenment and goodness and purity. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce you to a word that you all know and nobody likes. Okay, what's the word? Everybody knows the word, nobody likes the word. In fact, when I use this word in Neve, people say, I thought that was a non-Jewish concept. You ready? Sin. Okay? So, in today's world, people would like to say mistake, error, but there is such a thing as sin. Sin isn't something that we do to God. God's perfection is not going to change by anything we do. A sin is something we do to ourselves that blocks us from having access to who we want to be, to our better selves. There are 3 different words for sin. Each one describes a different blockage that we ourselves create. Okay, the first is chet. Chet literally means missing the target. In modern Hebrew, lachto matara means there's a target and you missed. So I want to give you an example of what that means. How many of you drive? Wow. Okay, and here in Israel, and you're alive. Look at that. Okay. Okay, so how many of you think that there shouldn't be traffic laws, that people should just do whatever they want? Okay. How many of you could honestly say you never break traffic laws? Okay. So that opens the way to chet. Let me explain to you what chet is. Imagine this. In America right now, and to a lesser degree in Israel, a law degree doesn't guarantee you a job. It's a tight field. So let's say you have a decent law degree from NYU, and it's 6 months, and you're looking, and you haven't gotten an interview yet with a decent firm. Could that happen? Could. You got an interview, finally. You have to be there on Wednesday at 9. You live in Brooklyn, the firm's in Manhattan. Okay, it takes an hour on the subway. What time are you going to get up? 6:30, yeah? But your alarm clock didn't ring. Could things like this happen in real life? Okay, and it's 7:15. How are you going to get there? Calling up and saying, I'm delayed, you may as well not even go, right? So instead of going by train, you take out your car and you're on your way. How many of you are sure you'll keep every traffic law perfectly? Okay, so let's say only 1 person died in the accident and 2 were permanently injured. Okay? Could that happen? That's called a chet. You didn't want to harm anybody. You wanted to get to a job. You wanted an interview. But you did. What does that tell you about you? What does it tell you about you? that at least at the moment, you couldn't see other people as being as important as you are. At least at the moment. That's called chet. Your intentions were not evil. You didn't set out to do anything wrong. But there's something wrong in your values. Something is distorted. Okay, that's one kind of sin. Next kind of sin is called avon. Avon means a sin of desire, where you want it because it looks good, tastes good, smells, okay, whatever. Okay, so an avon is easier to deal with than a chet. Could you see where this is so? Because there's very little justification there. So an avon means that your body somehow spoke louder than your soul. The last kind of sin is called pesha, which means a sin of rebellion. So be 15. You remember being 15? You were once 15? How many of you were or are terrible teenagers? Okay, another perfect group, okay? So here you are, you're a terrible teenager. Your mother tells you it's cold outside, like it looks like it'll snow any minute, but you're in the inside, so you didn't quite look. Your mother says, I'm going to give you the worst mother way to say this, wear your jacket. You know, I remember you had to have a new one this year. No, the one that we bought you last year wasn't good enough for your highness. You know, and I told, wear the jacket. Like, what do you think we bought it for? To sit in your closet? B15, what are you going to say? It's not cold. I don't need to wear a jacket today. If you're cold, you could wear a jacket. Okay? Could you picture, how many of you could picture saying this? Okay. Now be 30, okay? Okay. It's cold outside. You didn't notice. You're about to leave. Your mother says, wear your jacket. Look at the weather. Before she could even finish the speech, what do you say? Thank you. I almost left without a jacket. What's the difference? The difference is when you were 15, you didn't have a sense of self that was secure. And when you're 30, you do. So you need to say, I won't do what you tell me to do, is coming from a fear that somehow you'll relinquish yourself. So people do acts of pesha against Hashem. They do it against people. Those are the sins. But our topic isn't sin, our topic is return. How do you return? We create enormous impediments that make us unaware of who we could be and who we genuinely are. How do you return? So the first and most important step, and I want you to hear this clearly because this could change your life, is to believe that you have a holy neshama that can never be distorted, could never be defiled, and you're going back to yourself. You're not changing, you're not becoming someone else, you're becoming yourself. This is hinted at to us experientially on Rosh Hashanah. On Rosh Hashanah, you hear the shofar. There are two basic sounds. You're going to say there are three, but no, there's a machloket about one of them, so really it's two, whatever. The first is a long sound. Long sound. That's the sound of Avraham. Avraham longing and yearning for Hashem, who he discovered on his own. He didn't have schus avos. He didn't come from a family of tzaddikim. Rambam says he worshipped idols with his family when he was young. His sensitivity towards God's presence began when he was younger than that, when he asked the basic question, where did it all come from? And wasn't satisfied with getting a no answer. So that's something in us that longs. But that has to be answered by another sound. Okay, the shvarim, the trua, whether it's 3 or whether it's 9, right? That's it. And I'm going to do it. 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 I'm going to get past all of the impediments that make me unaware of what I really want and who I really am. That's what return is about. The worst mistake you could make if you're trying to return to your higher self is not believing that you have a higher self. People come to that place. People think that they are what other people tell them they are. People think that they are a collection of their failures. Okay. So technically, how do you begin this journey back? What do you do with all of the impediments? How do you get rid of them? So most of you here are probably familiar with all of the steps of tshuva. Is this true? How many of you know what I'm going to say, even though I haven't said it? Okay, a little under half. So I'm going to not be machadesh what the steps are, because you know what they are, but I'm going to tell you what you could do to let them lead you back to yourself. Interestingly, when Rambam talks about tshuva, he says there's only one mitzvah. Now you know there are all of these steps. He says only one of them is a mitzvah. What's the mitzvah? Do you know? Vidui, which means confession. Why is that the mitzvah? Remember we said at the beginning that your soul made an oath. Be righteous, don't be wicked. Okay? We can't bear confession easily. Saying I'm wrong is very hard. And I want to tell you the word that's your enemy. Do you know what the enemy word is? Because. I did this because. And then you take out the blame. And oftentimes the blame is accurate. I want to make that clear. Give me an example of the kind of misdeed that people like us could do. Most of us will not offer our children to the Molech. What are some things that people like us could do? So someone said, speak Lashon Hara. Okay, I think that's fair. Okay, and in fact, the Gemara says most people steal and everyone speaks Lashon Hara. So you're speaking Lashon Hara. I'm making up this Lashon Hara. Your best friend got on the phone and she said, did you hear about the Cohens? Now you trust every word she's saying. She's your best friend. Said, what about them? He picked up and left. You say, no. Just like that? No, it was in the works for years. Didn't they look like the perfect couple? Now, at that point, has she just pressed a button called on? Yes, they look so perfect, blah, 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 but I always suspect, blah, blah, and don't you think, and it was really always her, okay, you could picture this? That's how Lashon Hara works. Now, if somebody say, why are you talking like this? One answer might be what? What are the answers? We always have answers. Why are you talking about the Cohens? People should be aware. Look at what, okay, it's a mitzvah. Okay, are you familiar with that? Okay, so that might be a justification. But let's say you're too honest for that. You say, it's interesting. The way we're designed is that we're very interested in the negative. You know how kids say things that adults feel and think but would never say? So once, it's hard to buy birthday presents for men. Have you noticed this? Like how many ties does anybody need? So it was my husband's birthday. I figured, all right, I have to buy him something. What would he like? So I arranged for him to have a subscription to one of the Frum newspapers, okay? I thought he would like that. He didn't, okay? Well, of course, it has like, so this newspaper was like continual muktzah. If I left it on the table, I found it on the table. I left it upside down, I found it upside down. In a house full of kids and a husband, no one touches this newspaper. So I asked one of the kids, look, it's interesting. It says, look, imports to China up 10%. Like, that means we'll get more things from China with it. Okay. And, so finally, they say what they mean. I said, I don't like this kind of newspaper. So I said, what kind of newspaper do you like? I said, I like the one that they sell that says like 13-year-old commits suicide. Okay. Now, be honest, which ones are the ones that sell better? The ones that have front headlines like imports to China up 10%, or the one that says abused teen takes life? Come on. Okay, we know the truth. Why do you think Hashem wired us to be drawn to negativity? We are drawn to negativity. We're here to fix things. We're here to do. Okay, so we're drawn to negativity. So that means if you want to do tshuva for speaking Lashon Hara, you have to ask yourself a critical question in your vidui. What is it? Not just what did I do? Why did I do it? And in order to answer that question honestly, you have to stop blaming other people and circumstances. So blame is very popular nowadays, and the tricky thing about letting go of blame is often true. Yes, it could be I talk a lot about other people because I have a need to make myself look better because my mother was hypercritical. That might be true. What's the difference between an excuse and a reason? When you excuse someone, you're pardoning them. A reason means something that your logic can explain. Your logic can tell you why something evolved, but that doesn't excuse you from being yourself. You are who you are. Tshuva doesn't mean, again, doing God a favor by changing. It means going back to who you could be. Excuses don't work. Your excuse could be valid, but you're stuck with yourself. Okay, what's the next step after vidui? Okay, the next step, as you know, is charata. I want to tell you what charata doesn't mean. It doesn't mean guilt. Charata means recognizing that the deed that you do harms who? Yourself. Okay? And by recognizing that this is harmful, you could say, no more. I had a bizarre experience a number of years ago. I've had a lot of bizarre experiences, but this was a whopper. Okay, this happened a long time ago. We were living in Ma'alot Dafna, and our upstairs neighbors, one of our upstairs neighbors, moved to Neve Yaakov, which then was the end of the world. And unfortunately, the wife of the family was nifter, and we decided to go make a shiva visit. Okay, this makes sense so far, right? In those days, getting from Ma'alot Dafna to Neve Yaakov was a huge deal. There was no direct road. You had to go through various Arab villages. So we said, we'll take a taxi. Okay, so this is a big splurge. We take a taxi. I'm thinking to us, all right, it's not so bad. You know, it's like a date. You know, like it was then 40 minutes. I'll have 40 minutes with my husband, no kids, no phone. Okay, but it wasn't a date because it wasn't me and my husband. It was me, my husband, and Dudu. Okay. So, you know, like on the way there, it's 40 minutes. We discussed everything. I mean, you could imagine, why don't Yeshiva Bachram go to the army? Will there ever be peace with the Arabs? You got the picture? Okay, so we made the Shivakov. Now it's time to go home. I figured we'll have quiet because we discussed everything. There's nothing left. We went through everything, okay? So it was quiet for a few minutes, and then we were in Bet Hanina, and he stopped the taxi. So I'm wondering what's going on. He turned towards us and he said, Pam Haiti Ganav, I used to be a thief. Now, like, I'm a pretty verbal person, but like none of the cliches, you know the religious cliches like Baruch Hashem, Mazel Tov, Mir Hashem Bayu, none of them fit. You know, Cain Yerbu, no. So I learned something from my Mechutana. If you don't know what to say, you say, oh. So I wanted to buy time so my husband could put our credit cards in his socks. So I said, oh. So he says, you want to know why? And I'm thinking, no, I want to go home. But I said, yes, why? So he told us his life, which, did I ask to know his life? No, I just want to point that out. He grew up in a very difficult home and very poor, very deprived emotionally, a lot of neglect and some physical violence. When he was still a kid, he learned the best way to get yourself what you want is to just take it. You know, don't wait for your mother to buy you potato chips. It's not going to happen. When you go to the grocery, you could stick it on the bottom of your basket and he probably won't notice. And if you do, he'll make you put it back. What did you lose? By the time he was 11, he realized that stealing small things from the grocery isn't going to get you what you want. He learned how to take things that were bigger. People leave their doors open, they hang their bags near the door. Old ladies carry their pocketbooks very loosely. Okay. He figured it out. Okay? He became a real thief. By the time he was 17, he realized this is small potatoes. You have to save your money, invest in pharmaceuticals, get some territory, and that's how you make money. That's how the guys with money got it. So he was in the pharmaceutical business, the retail end. He said, I had territory and people were afraid of me. And when I was 22, I got caught. I was married by this point, and I was caught with the hard stuff, and it was more than 2 kilos, and there's a mandatory prison sentence for that. So even with a good lawyer, 6 years was okay. That was the best I could hope for, and that's what I got. So my wife stayed with me. She stayed faithful. And we had a child. 4 years into the sentence, the child's already 4, he says, Abba, how come you live here? All the other Abbas live in the house. So I thought fast. I said, I'm like Yosef HaTzadik. Right? Like he was in charge of the prison. I'm also in charge of the prison. Okay. But I knew he's not going to believe this very long. So I went to the warden. I said, what do I have to do to get a reduced term? Because in Israel, I don't know if you're aware of this, in Israel, if you have good behavior, anybody is eligible for a third off their sentence. Okay? And the warden laughed at me. He said, you're not going to get a reduced term. You're dealing here in the prison. We just haven't caught you. You don't wear the clothes. You don't do the work. You don't eat prison food. You're getting money from somewhere. So he quit this cold turkey. They let him out. And he said, you know what I said when I left the prison? I'm thinking, I don't care what you said. Whatever. Okay, did you hear what I said when I got in the taxi? I said, Balo Tafna, whatever. But he said, I said, I'm not going back here again. That's charata. So charata doesn't say, I am bad. Charata says, I will never, a person like me will never go back there again. It's not who I want to be. Okay, the third step, which is the final step for our purposes, is having a plan. So when a person says, I'm not going to go back there, I'll never speak Lashon Hara again. What's the problem? What are you going to do in a moment of temptation? You have to have a plan. So I'm going to conclude by giving you 3 different methods of change. So bear with me. The first one is called Cheshbon Nefesh. This won't take so long, I realize I'll go over. The first is called Cheshbon Nefesh, which means you have to go back and ask yourself, what was I thinking and feeling when I do things I don't like? Not what did I do, you know what you did. What was I thinking? What were my thoughts? If you can go back and trace your whole life this way, you're going to notice something very interesting. The thoughts and feelings you had when you were 5, when you did things that were wrong, are probably not so different than the thoughts and feelings you have now. For some people, it'll be, I wanted attention. For some people, it'll be, I was afraid that people wouldn't like me. For some people, it'll be, I wanted to, okay, whatever. So get to know your thoughts. And describe the thoughts using the vocabulary of midot. I was thinking fearfully or defensively, whatever it is. That's step 1. Deal with the midah, not with the deed. This is the foundation of this method. Because dealing with the deed without dealing with the midah is like cutting weeds without uprooting them. So let's say you discover that the midah that takes you to, for instance, Lashon Hara, is fear of rejection. You have to have something interesting to say, otherwise people won't like you. Let's say that's where you're coming from. Next step, learn about it. Speak to a mentor, listen to a CD, read a sefer. Okay, no, okay, whatever. And now you're ready for the real work. Okay, you buy a notebook, which already makes you feel like you changed, right? Especially if it has a paisley color, and it was a little expensive, like the kind of notebook a man would never buy, okay, whatever. You write the sentence that you feel could change you on top of the page. For instance, negativity makes me a small person, which is true, and all Lashon Hara is negative. You write out the days of the week on the side. You say whatever sentence you think speaks to you most many times when you get up in the morning, 10 times, 20 times, 50 times, whatever it is, and you live your life. At the end of the day, you ask yourself, did I live with this sentence? And you make little pencil marks for your little failures. And I want to tell you, this works 100 times out of 100. Within 6 weeks, you're going to know a real diminishment of how many pencil marks you have. And I want to tell you why. You made an oath before you were born. What was that? Be righteous, don't be wicked. So you only have 2 choices. You could either change or lose the notebook, or forget to do the exercise. But the pitfall in this method is after 6 weeks, you say, well, I changed. I used to be negative, but now I'm positive. I used to have an anger issue, but now okay. If you're going to do this method, you're in for a year, otherwise don't even bother. Don't buy the notebook. Okay, the method's clear? Yes? This method is good for people who are very given to being methodological, who like writing. It's not for everybody. Next method, for those of us who are more emotional and less intellectual. This is Rambam's method, and its mila is that it works. Its chisaron is that it's hard. No, I want something that works that's easy. Okay, pick your midah. No, somebody be brave. Give me a midah. Negative midah. No? What? Excuse me? Temptations. Okay, let's... Impatience. Okay. Picture your worst moment. You blow up over nothing because you had to wait for an extra minute. Can't you do anything right? I've been telling you. Okay, got the picture? You have to do a visualization because this is going to work emotionally. This doesn't work rationally. You see yourself in your worst moment. What were you wearing? Where were you? Who else was there? What did you say? The more vivid your visualization is, the more likely this is to work. Because again, your emotions respond to imagery. That's why we like movies. Okay. Next. Same situation. Picture yourself responding completely and extremely differently. Oh, don't worry about it. So we'll miss the plane. I'm sure there's a reason for this. Okay. Okay, got it? Complete and extremely opposite. So you will notice there's a big gap between these 2 places. Here's the method. You say, what could I do today? Did I say sometime? What did I say? Today. What could I do? Not think, not imagine, do. That will make this gap a little bit smaller. What would be an example of that with impatience? Okay, I could today give the first person who I have to get something from more time than they need to do it. Okay? You call the taxi not, if you have to be somewhere in 20 minutes, you call them a half hour early. Okay? Is that easy? This isn't hard. Now here's the cardinal rule. That's step 1. Don't go to step 2 until step 1 feels natural and easy. Okay? And slowly you will get to the other place and stay there, and your nature will assert itself. You'll get to the middle. So the good part about this method is that it works 100 times out of 100. The bad part is that it's hard. That means you have to remember to move up. Are any of you from Atlanta? No one here from Atlanta? Okay. So Rabbi Feldman there, the elder Rabbi Feldman, not his son who's presently the rabbi there, this is what he would say to his congregation every year before the shofar Rosh Hashanah. I want to see you folks next year, a year smarter and a year frummer. And I want to tell you, it has the highest percentage of Aliyah in America, and his whole congregation grew from 0 Shomrei Shabbos to over 500 families. And this is Rambam's method. You make the gap smaller. And it may take years, but you'll get where you want to go. Okay, that method's clear? Last method, very different than the other two methods. Don't think too much, don't have a journal. Don't plan steps. You find a moment or two at the beginning to talk to Hashem in your own words every day. You say, Hashem, I know the kind of person I want to be, and I'm not that. I need your help. This is what I did. I did this and I did that, and it's embarrassing to me, but I'm trying. I'm doing this, I'm trying that. Help me. So the effect of this isn't just that Hashem will help you, which is powerful enough, but if you speak to Hashem for 5 minutes, it's not just that 5 minutes. He's going to be there in your heart and your mind the rest of the day, and in the end, he'll return you to who you could be. So this is what I'm concluding with. If you have questions, the time is now. Going once. Going twice. Okay, one question?
Yeah, what was the third step to the second method?
In the second method, you have the visualization and the visualization. Then you're saying, what could I do to make the distance between these 2 points smaller? But it has to be present, like today, and concrete, not just a thought. And you stay with it until you're comfortable enough to move to another step. The trick here is staying with step 1 until you're comfortable moving to step 2, staying with step 2 until you're comfortable, but not staying there forever. As soon as you're comfortable, you move on. Okay, yeah? Okay. Okay. So, I'll repeat. Did you all hear her question? What about this, that there's inherent reward for resisting temptation? For just saying, no, I won't do this. I'm not going to give in to it, without all of this methodology. So, there's certainly great reward for facing temptation and resisting. Certainly that's there. However, having said that, most of the time, people don't get up in the morning with the intent of failing. Is that true? So, because there's often a gap between what we want and what we do, then it's worthwhile only facing a temptation like this if Hashem forces you into it, which he does sometimes. Okay, yeah? Okay, so despair is the child of not believing that your neshama is always tahora. So visualizations where you see your neshama as a ray of light that can't ever be darkened. You have to realize that the neshama never needs a tikkun, is never destructible, that your neshama is high. It's as high as the neshama of a tzaddik. The impediments you have to being aware of your neshama are real, but you can get past them. Okay, last question. Okay. What? So the reason why people are passive is they don't think they could do something. So I'll give you an example. There's a Frum magazine called Bina that has incredibly complicated recipes. I never try them. I see 12 ingredients, I turn the page. Okay? That's because I don't believe I'll do it successfully for good reason. Okay? But if you realize that every time you move forward, you release that light to some degree, and that again, it's not just the tekiah, but it's the Shvarim, then you feel differently. Last question. Yes. No, you can't. You have to try to, when you figure out what you think and feel when you do various things, you're going to notice that many bad deeds have the same root in midos. So you go to the core midah rather than all of the separate deeds. Okay, we should all have a Gemar Chatima Tova.
And I'm sitting there with my jaw wide open. She gets it. It takes years and years and years to teach our students, and boom, she gets it like in 10 seconds. So let's go through this one more time. Ala tzadikim, ala chasidim, zikni amcha b'Yisrael, pleitzes Ephraim v'geret tzedek. The tzaddik is that person that stands in front of controversy, in front of challenges, in front of difficulty, and stays strong. The chesed looks around, what can I do for a fellow Jew? The Geret, the builders of institutions. Pleitzes Ephraim, the teachers. Geret Tzedek, the inspirational converts. Now we can understand the next one. What's the next category? Remember? Va'aleinu, and us. What do you mean an us? How did you get into that list? How did you get into the list of heroes? I tell you how you get into the list. I tell you how every person in this room gets into this list. The moment that you identify these people as being my heroes, you become one of them. The moment you notice that there are people around you and you say, wow, you inspire me. I put you on a pedestal. You are making a difference in Klal Yisrael. You are saying, these are my people. You become one of them. Va'aleinu means I subscribe to what they're doing in the lowly world of Mitzrayim. They're standing up to a world that is filled with so many terrible things. Every day you open up the newspaper and you say, how low can the world sink? How crazy is this world? And the answer is, you look around you and you see nothing but beauty. Because those are the people that you want to look at. Those are the people that inspire you. Finally, we can understand the second half of this bracha. I'm not going to go into detail, but the second half of this bracha, Yehimu rachamecha Hashem lekeinu, v'sein sachatayv l'chol ha'boitchim b'shimcha v'eretz v'simcha keinu ma'hem. What are we asking for? We're asking they should get schar? Of course they're going to get schar. That's not what we're asking for. We're asking, we want to see them get schar. I want to see these people flourish and succeed, and I'll tell you why. Because the world is so difficult and it's so hard to be an inspiration. At least you, Hashem, help them succeed in what they're doing. Yosef HaTzadik did not need this, but the Torah testifies he was an ish matzliach. Everything he touched turned into gold. He did not need it. The world had to see the young man that stands up against all kinds of difficulties, that little 17-year-old Jewish boy in Mitzrayim, out of all places, that stays strong. You got to see him succeed. Same thing with Mordechai. Mordechai, as you all know, he's not from Yosef, he's from Binyamin. Binyamin is also the tzaddik. Do you really think that Mordechai HaTzadik, do you really think that he wants to parade through the streets of Shushan on Achashverosh's horse wearing his clothing? As a kid, I always thought about it. Close your eyes, picture Achashverosh. Admit it, he's a plus-size king, correct? Now you think about his clothing. Now, picture Mordechai. Yeah, little tzaddik, little thing. He's always that thin little thing with a long beard. How does he look like with Achashverosh's clothing? Ridiculous. He's on this horse looking ridiculous. So the point was, he does not need it. Klal Yisrael has to see it. Klal Yisrael says, you Mordechai, you're the fanatic. You won't bow down to Haman. You stood up against him. You're crazy. Just bow down to Haman. Get it over with. No, Mordechai, we have to see him succeed. We have to see the hero succeed with our own eyes. That's the second half of the bracha. That's the message that this incredible bracha is giving us. That we want to see the success. When life is so hard and there's so many difficulties, there are people that stand out and they say, no, we're not going to be like everyone else. We're not going to go down the river. We're going to swim upstream. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to show the world that we are doing the right thing, and this is what brings Yerushalayim and the Melech HaMashiach. I want to finish up with a short story. I think a lot of people in this room are probably well read about the Holocaust. If not, you should be, but again, looking at the audience, you probably know a lot. But I tell you what people do not know a lot about. What happened immediately after the Holocaust? In 1945, the whole planet craved normalcy. No one cared about hundreds of thousands of Jewish refugees. Except for heroes. It took guts. There was a young girl. She was all of 19 years old. During the war years in London, her parents took care of the kinder transport. And she saw a lot of chesed in her home. And the war was over. Her parents said, you're going to university, you're going to get married, we're settling down. Life has to go back to normal. And she says, I can't, there's all these Jews that are suffering. And she drove her parents crazy until they let her get on a plane. She went to a place called Bari in southern Italy. And I want you to picture young ladies, okay, girls your age, 19-year-olds, being in charge of 200 orphans from the Holocaust. We're not talking about orphans that their parents, we're talking about they saw the worst things you can imagine. They were traumatized, little children. And now you have to take care of them. You're 19 years old. What do? You do your best. You do everything you can to give them the love and the hugs and to teach them how to sing and to dance and to make for them Shabbos and Yom Tov and Pesach. This young girl, she stayed for 5 years. And at one point, she had to be flown back because she made herself so sick from working so hard. She's a hero for many reasons. Because there's one point when there were a lot of shidduchim that they made. They tried very hard to make shidduchim. There was one shidduch that they tried to make. And this woman knew, this young girl, her name was Ava, she said, this shidduch can't happen because I know that this girl is halachically forbidden to marry this young man. This young man was a Cohen, and she had been taken advantage of by the Nazis, whatever, it was complicated. And they screamed and they shouted at her. And they said, forget these laws. This is 1949, whatever it was. But she believed the things. And she believed, and she put her life out and for her beliefs. And Hashem paid her back very well. Because right there in Italy, she met a young man who was working for the Haganah, and they fell in love and they got married. And Baruch Hashem, they were zocheh to have 3 children. Tamar, who lives in Lawrence, and Judy, who lives here in Chashmonayim. And the third one is me. The third one is, this is the story of my mother. And I think about her, and I think about what guts it took for her to go out against everyone. Everyone was trying to be normal, and she says, no. Klal Yisrael needs abnormal people in a healthy, beautiful, powerful way. And now I'm saying to every single one, we're coming to Yom Kippur. And Yom Kippur, Kadosh Baruch Hu is saying to you, I want to give you a new year that's amazing, that's filled with bracha. Help me, help you. What do you have to offer me? You say, Salach Tiveh. Now, what do you have to offer me? Every person in this room has to say to Kadosh Baruch Hu, I want to be a hero. And if I can't be a hero, I want to be Aleinu. I want to look out for these people. I want to be part of those people that greet the Melech HaMashiach. Kadosh Baruch Hu should have mercy on all of us. And we should all be zeicha that this Yom Kippur should be the last Yom Kippur, when Mashiach will come and all the true heroes will go out and say, we're the ones that brought you. And we should be zeicha to see that Yerushalayim and Mashiach Tzidkenu should all come together in all its beauty. B'meherav Yameinu. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Good to see you again. How did you meet your wife?
And Sam Schwartzman. It was a shidduch here.
Hey, you know the OU symbol? You know, from chocolates on Coca-Cola and so many other products? But what actually is OU Israel? We begin our journey in Yerushalayim, the holy city. Here at the OU Israel Center is where it all happens.
The OU Israel Center really provides a community center for English speakers from all over the world. So throughout the year we have an incredible activity from early in the morning to late at night.
The Leila Women's Initiative is a program designed for women to be able to find spirituality, to take time to learn Torah, to come closer to Hashem.
Smichas Chaver program is the fastest growing practical halacha chabura in the entire world. We started a year ago in 2 locations. We're now in close to 30 locations. A program that is created for working Balabatim. They're coming home every single week with questions and answers that they can engage their family, all the practical halachas that they need to know to be a yid in their house.
There is no Shabbat without Torah tidbits, Torah wisdom, halacha, and the weekly Torah portion, all in one weekly journal from OU Israel. NCSY Israel, the youth movement known to every Jewish youngster in North America, right here in Israel.
It helps me come closer to lots of kids in Israel.
I found so many great friends and I've made amazing friendships that will last a lifetime.
A home for teenage Olim, to not feel like Olim, to feel like Israelim.
Summer, Golan Heights, 2.5 weeks of unforgettable experiences. Camp Dror. This summer camp services more than 250 children from all over the world. A truly Zionistic educational experience, exciting activities, Torah studies, and love of the land.
Experiencing parts of Israel and a love of Israel.
JLIC is My Judaism on Campus. That's Kabbalat Shabbat, reading the Megillah on Purim, Halacha Q&A on WhatsApp, or just sitting down and talking Judaism over a cup of coffee. And it doesn't end there. Our next stop, the Judean Desert. This is the Taglit Israel Free Spirit Project that provides a unique Israeli experience to thousands of youth from all over the world, allowing them to connect to their roots and love of the land in the most interesting way. Yachad Israel's purpose is to give an answer to the needs of the disabled and secure their integration into all aspects of life.
זה המקום של יחד, כל הפעילות של יחד אני מודה להם.
Home is where the heart is. These words ring true to hundreds of kids that have found a place in Makom Balev, a warm home and an attentive ear, through a profound connection and affinity to Jewish values, trusting that our amazing kids are the leaders of today and tomorrow.
מקום בלב זה כמו הבית השני שלנו, אפשר להגיד.
יש שם 4 שעות, עם המדריך, כולם ביחד.
הוא כמו אח שלנו.
מדבר איתך על כל דבר שאתה רוצה, הוא מקשיב לך לכל דבר.
למדנו מה זה לחלום. פתאום אתה מבין מה זה הארגון הגדול הזה, שאתה רואה את הקינדר בואנו ואתה רואה את היו שם, אתה מבין שהיו שם זה הרבה נשמות.
Today's youth who are in the midst of growing up find themselves having to deal with many personal difficulties, family and social issues, where a large portion of them is missing a guiding figure who they can connect with and seek their help when needed.
ברגע שאתה משדר לילד, שאתה מאמין בו, אוהב אותו, הוא עף. פה בשכונות הסתובבנו בלילות לחפש בני נוער.
זה יכולת ליצור תהליך אמיתי וגם לראות את התוצאות.
בזכות המקום הזה סיימתי 12 שנות לימוד.
אנחנו נותנים לנוער את הלב, את הנשמה, את היכולת לחלום.
There aren't many places that take in kids without preconditions, as is. A place that provides warmth and shelter, music that creates a powerful connection, friends that become family, home. That's how it is at the Zula.
הזולה זה מלצשת יהלומים. אם מסתכלים בעומק, מעבר לנקודות הייאוש, רואים שיש פה נשמה תורה שרוצה רצונות.
The Zula is a place that's loving and caring, no matter who you are, where you come from, or where you're going. It's always going to be my home, because this is the place that the first time I actually felt accepted.
העולם צמא לאנשים שמאירים באור הזרקורים את הטוב שבהם, את היופי שבהם.
Our future are those that are 14 and 17 and 19 now. And if we invest and we build them up to what they could be today, then we will have the most incredible future ever. Our goal is to inspire them, to light the fire inside them and make them the best people they possibly could be.
V'shav Hashem et shvulcha. Let's bring back the Jewish people to their sources, to Am Yisrael, to Eretz Yisrael, to Torat Yisrael.
I invite each and every one of you to come and see our programs, partner with us to continue inspiring our Jewish future.
OU Israel, Judaism, Zionism, responsibility. Hey, you know the OU symbol? You know, from chocolates on Coca-Cola and so many other products. But what actually is OU Israel? We begin our journey in Yerushalayim, the holy city. Here at the OU Israel Center is where it all happens.
The OU Israel Center really provides a community center for English speakers from all over the world. So throughout the year we have an incredible activity from early in the morning to late at night.
The Le'ila Women's Initiative is a program designed for women to be able to find spirituality, to take time to learn Torah, to become closer to Hashem.
Smichas Chaver program is the fastest growing practical halacha chabura in the entire world. We started a year ago in 2 locations. We're now in close to 30 locations. A program that is created for working balabatim. They're coming home every single week with questions and answers that they can engage their family, all the practical halachas that they need to know to be a yid in their house.
There is no Shabbat without Torah tidbits, Torah wisdom, halacha, and the weekly Torah portion, all in one weekly journal from OU Israel. NCSY Israel, the youth movement known to every Jewish youngster in North America, right here in Israel.
It helps me come closer to lots of kids in Israel.
I found so many great friends and I've made amazing friendships that will last a lifetime.
A home for teenage Olim, to not feel like Olim, to feel like Israelim.
Summer, Golan Heights, 2.5 weeks of unforgettable experiences. Camp Dror. This summer camp services more than 250 children from all over the world. A truly Zionistic educational experience, exciting activities, Torah studies, and love of the land.
Experiencing parts of Israel and a love of Israel.
JLIC is My Judaism on Campus. That's Kabbalat Shabbat, reading the Megillah on Purim, Halacha Q&A on WhatsApp, or just sitting down and talking Judaism over a cup of coffee. And it doesn't end there. Our next stop, the Judean Desert. This is the Taglit Israel Free Spirit Project that provides a unique Israeli experience to thousands of youth from all over the world, allowing them to connect to their roots and love of the land in the most interesting way. Yachad Israel's purpose is to give an answer to the needs of the disabled and secure their integration into all aspects of life.
זה המקום של יחד. כל הפעילות של יחד, אני מודה להם.
Home is where the heart is. These words ring true to hundreds of kids that have found a place in Makom Balev, a warm home and an attentive ear, through a profound connection and affinity to Jewish values, trusting that our amazing kids are the leaders of today and tomorrow.
מקום בלב זה כמו הבית השני שלנו, אפשר להגיד.
יושבים שם 4 שעות, עם המדריך, כולם ביחד.
הוא כמו אח שלנו.
מדבר איתך על כל דבר שאתה רוצה, הוא מקשיב לך לכל דבר.
למדנו מה זה לחלום. פתאום אתה מבין מה זה הארגון הגדול הזה, שאתה רואה את הקינדר בואנו ואתה רואה את היו שם, אתה מבין שהיו שם זה הרבה נשמות.
Today's youth who are in the midst of growing up find themselves having to deal with many personal difficulties, family and social issues, where a large portion of them is missing a guiding figure who they can connect with and seek their help when needed.
ברגע שאתה משדר לילד, שאתה מאמין בו, אוהב אותו, הוא עף. פה בשכונות הסתובבנו בלילות לחפש בני נוער.
זה יכולת ליצור תהליך אמיתי וגם לראות את התוצאות.
בזכות המקום הזה סיימתי 12 שנות לימוד.
אנחנו נותנים לנוער את הלב, את הנשמה, את היכולת לחלום.
There aren't many places that take in kids without preconditions, as is. A place that provides warmth and shelter, music that creates a powerful connection, friends that become family, home. That's how it is at the Zula.
הזולה זה מלצשת יהלומים. אם מסתכלים בעומק, מעבר לנקודות הייאוש, רואים שיש פה נשמה תורה שרוצה רצונות.
The Zula is a place that's loving and caring, no matter who you are, where you come from, or where you're going. It's always going to be my home, because this is the place that the first time I actually felt accepted.
העולם צמא לאנשים שמאירים באור הזרקורים את הטוב שבהם, את היופי שבהם.
Our future are those that are 14 and 17 and 19 now. And if we invest and we build them up to what they could be today, then we will have the most incredible future ever. Our goal is to inspire them, to light the fire inside them and make them the best people they possibly could be.
V'shav Hashem et shvutcha. Let's bring back the Jewish people to their sources, to Am Yisrael, to Eretz Yisrael, to Torat Yisrael.
I invite each and every one of you to come and see our programs, partner with us to continue inspiring our Jewish future.
OU Israel, Judaism, Zionism, responsibility. Hey, you know the OU symbol? You know, from chocolates on Coca-Cola and so many other products? But what actually is OU Israel? We begin our journey in Yerushalayim, the holy city. Here at the OU Israel Center is where it all happens.
The OU Israel Center really provides a community center for English speakers from all over the world. So throughout the year we have an incredible activity from early in the morning to late at night.
The Le'ila Women's Initiative is a program designed for women to be able to find spirituality, to take time to learn Torah, to become closer to Hashem.
Smichas Chaver program is the fastest growing practical halacha chabura in the entire world. We started a year ago in 2 locations. We're now in close to 30 locations. A program that is created for working balabatim. They're coming home every single week with questions and answers that they can engage their family, all the practical halachas that they need to know to be a yid in their house.
There is no Shabbat without Torah tidbits, Torah wisdom, halacha, and the weekly Torah portion, all in one weekly journal from OU Israel. NCSY Israel, the youth movement known to every Jewish youngster in North America, right here in Israel.
It helps me come closer to lots of kids in Israel.
I found so many great friends and I've made amazing friendships that will last a lifetime.
A home for teenage Olim, to not feel like Olim, to feel like Israelim.
Summer, Golan Heights, 2.5 weeks of unforgettable experiences. Camp Dror. This summer camp services more than 250 children from all over the world. A truly Zionistic educational experience, exciting activities, Torah studies, and love of the land.
Experiencing parts of Israel and a love of Israel.
JLIC is My Judaism on Campus. That's Kabbalat Shabbat, reading the Megillah on Purim, Halacha Q&A on WhatsApp, or just sitting down and talking Judaism over a cup of coffee. And it doesn't end there. Our next stop, the Judean Desert. This is the Taglit Israel Free Spirit Project that provides a unique Israeli experience to thousands of youth from all over the world, allowing them to connect to their roots and love of the land in the most interesting way. Yachad Israel's purpose is to give an answer to the needs of the disabled and secure their integration into all aspects of life.
זה המקום של יחד. כל הפעילות של יחד, אני מודה להם.
Home is where the heart is. These words ring true to hundreds of kids that have found a place in Makom Balev, a warm home and an attentive ear, through a profound connection and affinity to Jewish values, trusting that our amazing kids are the leaders of today and tomorrow.
מקום בלב זה כמו הבית השני שלנו, אפשר להגיד.
יש שם 4 שעות, עם המדריך, כולם ביחד.
הוא כמו אח שלנו.
מדבר איתך על כל דבר שאתה רוצה, הוא מקשיב לך לכל דבר.
למדנו מה זה לחלום. פתאום אתה מבין מה זה הארגון הגדול הזה, שאתה רואה את הקינדר בואנו ואתה רואה את היו שם, אתה מבין שהיו שם זה הרבה נשמות.
Today's youth who are in the midst of growing up find themselves having to deal with many personal difficulties, family and social issues, where a large portion of them is missing a guiding figure who they can connect with and seek their help when needed.
ברגע שאתה משדר לילד, שאתה מאמין בו, אוהב אותו, הוא עף. פה בשכונות הסתובבנו בלילות לחפש בני נוער.
זה יכולת ליצור תהליך אמיתי וגם לראות את התוצאות.
בזכות המקום הזה סיימתי 12 שנות לימוד.
אנחנו נותנים לנוער את הלב, את הנשמה, את היכולת לחלום.
There aren't many places that take in kids without preconditions, as is. A place that provides warmth and shelter, music that creates a powerful connection, friends that become family, home. That's how it is at the Zula.
הזולה זה מלצשת יהלומים. אם מסתכלים בעומק, מעבר לנקודות הייאוש, רואים שיש פה נשמה תורה שרוצה רצונות.
The Zula is a place that's loving and caring, no matter who you are, where you come from, or where you're going. It's always going to be my home because this is the place that the first time I actually felt accepted.
העולם צמא לאנשים שמאירים באור הזרקורים את הטוב שבהם, את היופי שבהם.
Our future are those that are 14 and 17 and 19 now. And if we invest and we build them up to what they could be today, then we will have the most incredible future ever. Our goal is to inspire them, to light the fire inside them and make them the best people they possibly could be.
V'shav Hashem et shvulcha, to bring back the Jewish people to their sources, to Am Yisrael, to Eretz Yisrael, to Torat Yisrael.
I invite each and every one of you to come and see our programs, partner with us to continue inspiring our Jewish future.
OU Israel, Judaism, Zionism, responsibility. Hey, you know the OU symbol? You know, from chocolates on Coca-Cola and so many other products? But what actually is OU Israel? We begin our journey in Yerushalayim, the Holy City. Here at the OU Israel Center is where it all happens.
The OU Israel Center really provides a community center for English speakers from all over the world. So throughout the year we have an incredible activities from early in the morning to late at night.
The Leila Women's Initiative is a program designed for women to be able to find spirituality, to take time to learn Torah, to become closer to Hashem.
Smichas Chaver program is the fastest growing practical halacha chabura in the entire world. We started a year ago in 2 locations. We're now in close to 30 locations. A program that is created for working balabatim. They're coming home every single week with questions and answers that they can engage their family, all the practical halachas that they need to know to be a yid in their house.
There is no Shabbat without Torah tidbits, Torah wisdom, halacha, and the weekly Torah portion, all in one weekly journal from OU Israel. NCSY Israel, the youth movement known to every Jewish youngster in North America, right here in Israel.
It helps me come closer to lots of kids in Israel.
I found so many great friends and I've made amazing friendships that will last a lifetime.
A home for teenage Olim, to not feel like Olim, to feel like Israelim.
Summer, Golan Heights, 2.5 weeks of unforgettable experiences. Camp Dror. This summer camp services more than 250 children from all over the world. A truly Zionistic educational experience, exciting activities, Torah studies, and love of the land.
Experiencing parts of Israel and a love of Israel.
JLIC is My Judaism on Campus. That's Kabbalat Shabbat, reading the Megillah on Purim, Halacha Q&A on WhatsApp, or just sitting down and talking Judaism over a cup of coffee. And it doesn't end there. Our next stop, the Judean Desert. This is the Taglit Israel Free Spirit Project that provides a unique Israeli experience to thousands of youth from all over the world, allowing them to connect to their roots and love of the land in the most interesting way. Yachad Israel's purpose is to give an answer to the needs of the disabled and secure their integration into all aspects of life.
זה המקום של יחד. כל הפעילות של יחד, אני מודה להם.
Home is where the heart is. These words ring true to hundreds of kids that have found a place in Makom Balev, a warm home and an attentive ear, through a profound connection and affinity to Jewish values, trusting that our amazing kids are the leaders of today and tomorrow.
מקום בלב זה כמו הבית השני שלנו, אפשר להגיד.
יושבים שם 4 שעות, עם המדריך, כולם ביחד.
הוא כמו אח שלנו.
מדבר איתך על כל דבר שאתה רוצה, הוא מקשיב לך לכל דבר.
למדנו מה זה לחלום. פתאום אתה מבין מה זה הארגון הגדול הזה, שאתה רואה את הקינדר בואנו ואתה רואה את היו שם, אתה מבין שהיו שם זה הרבה נשמות.
Today's youth who are in the midst of growing up find themselves having to deal with many personal difficulties, family and social issues, where a large portion of them is missing a guiding figure who they can connect with and seek their help when needed.
ברגע שאתה משדר לילד, שאתה מאמין בו, אוהב אותו, הוא עף. פה בשכונות הסתובבנו בלילות לחפש בני נוער.
זה יכולת ליצור תהליך אמיתי וגם לראות את התוצאות.
בזכות המקום הזה סיימתי 12 שנות לימוד.
אנחנו נותנים לנוער את הלב, את הנשמה, את היכולת לחלום.
There aren't many places that take in kids without preconditions, as is. A place that provides warmth and shelter, music that creates a powerful connection, friends that become family, home. That's how it is at the Zula.
הזולה זה מלצשת יהלומים. אם מסתכלים בעומק, מעבר לנקודות הייאוש, רואים שיש פה נשמה תורה שרוצה רצונות.
The Zula is a place that's loving and caring, no matter who you are, where you come from, or where you're going. It's always going to be my home because this is the place that the first time I actually felt accepted.
העולם צמא לאנשים שמאירים באור הזרקורים את הטוב שבהם, את היופי שבהם.
Our future are those that are 14 and 17 and 19 now. And if we invest and we build them up to what they could be today, then we will have the most incredible future ever. Our goal is to inspire them, to light the fire inside them and make them the best people they possibly could be.
V'shav Hashem et shvulcha. Let's bring back the Jewish people to their sources, to Am Yisrael, to Eretz Yisrael, to Torat Yisrael.
I invite each and every one of you to
Rabbi
come.
Sam? Rabbi Sam. ערב טוב לכולם. Good evening, everybody. We are in somewhat of a interesting situation here because Reb Asher Weiss was at an event right next to the Old City and was supposed to finish there at 11 and make it here by 11:15 or 11:30. And meanwhile, he left there on time at 11 o'clock, maybe even 10 to 11, but we have no idea where he is, and he's not answering his phone. And it's not just my phone. I thought it was just me who wasn't answering. But we have important people here, like Tzvi Sand and others, that he's not taking their phone call. Then we tried calling his son. He didn't answer. We tried calling his driver, everybody. And Lamaisa, we don't have an answer from Reb Asher Weiss where he is. The good thing is, the good thing is that we have Reb Shlomo Katz here. Are you familiar with Shlomo Katz? Woohoo! So I think that the OU takes the crown in the most performances of Shlomo Katz this year. Am I right or wrong? Right or wrong? Right? Without a doubt. And everybody keeps on telling me, enough Shlomo Katz, like how many? Right? Like all these non-Americans that tell me, kama אתה רוצה את השלמה Katz הזה? And I'm like, guys, you don't understand the emotional connection that our world has with Shlomo Katz. And if you were to understand, you would understand why we keep on bringing him back again and again and again, whether it's Yom NCSY, or it's Yom Ha'atzmaut, or it's Yom Yerushalayim, or it's Slichot. So, what we're going to do is at 12:27 is Chatzot, which means the first Kel Maleh is going to. Guys, I've been on my feet since an hour after Shabbos. So the first Kel Melech is going to be at 12:27, okay? But we all know that Reb Shlomo has some incredible stories. He has some incredible nigunim. And our goal is that by the time we reach 12:27 and we reach the first Kel Melech, we are going to be on a spiritual high and a completely different place that this 12:27 is going to be. Wow! Wow, Shemayim is going to know that 12:27 is here. Okay? So I want to thank Tomer Devora for being here. I want to thank TVA for being here. TVA? Okay? We have Midreshet Tehila. I can't understand your handwriting. MMY? Eretz Atzvi! Emuna? We have Emuna. Tiferet. Midreshet Torah V'Chesed. And who did I forget? Midreshet Moriah. Anybody? Shalavim. Shalavim for women. So Baruch Hashem, we have all that we need for this room. I think this roof is going to go flying. Okay? Shlomo, are we ready? Yitzik, אנחנו מוכנים? מה? לא, לזה. Did everybody get slichot? If you don't have slichot, please raise your hand. We printed today's. Today is the 5th day. 5th day of Aseres Yimei Tshuva.
אחד, שתיים, 1, 2. חבר'ה, שלום עליכם. Can you hear me? The חבר'ה, the man also could hear me? Yeah? איציק. יכול לסובב טיפה את הזמן שלי מוניטור? Okay, חבר'ה, this is a very special time. Big עת רצון right now. מי שעושה את התאורה, אם אכפת לכם, לא, קצת תודה. However, the women are mama shechting you. Let's go. חבר'ה ביחד, everyone, let's go. Da 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 da, oh yeah da da da, I die da da da, I die da 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 my ay 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 ay. Da 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 my ay ay da 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 ay ay da da ma ay 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 mama. Da 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 da, ay 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 ay, da 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 da, my da da, ay da, ay 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 ay. But let's just sing together, okay? Did da, did da 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 da. Did da 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 my da 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 ma 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 ay dai ay dai 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 ay da da ay da 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 ni da 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 my da 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 my da 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 ay 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 da 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 la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Dini da da ya ya, dini da da ya ya, da 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 do 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 do, ay do do, da 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 ya ya, da 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 ma ya ya. Bum bum me 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 me, ayana ayana ayana. You know what, Chevra, I have an idea. I have a great idea, but I need your help for it. We're going to start really soon, Slichas. But the truth is that unless we wake up certain places that may still be shlufing, then it won't be as powerful as it could be. So therefore I'm asking, whether you know the song or don't know the song, sing. You'll find the notes. The notes will find you, don't worry. But while you're singing, all the chevra in the back, all the special chevra in the back, take that energy and give me rhythm with your hands, okay? Let's go. Hey, oh, 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 oh. Bum 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 bum. Oh, la 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 la. Da 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 da, ay, da 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 da, Maya ma, da 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 da, ay, da 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 da. Before we sing this next nigun, then we're going to go into Slichas. I would love to share with you a little bit of my heart. I know there's so much amazing excitement tonight in Yerushalayim, but if all the girls in the back could help us, Chevron, I'm going to need your help to be very loud in 1 minute, but until that 1 minute, if you could please help me. There are a few words that we say in the Machzor that honestly, if you were asked, Ribbon Shlilam, I just want one word to hold on to. I just want to focus on one word, all of Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. There are a lot of cool words you could just say, I just want this one. And there's one word that really it boils down to the whole thing. When we say Ribono Shel Olam, what we're doing is really for you. It's not about me. It's about making your name greater in the world. It's about saying, Ribono Shel Olam, give me health, give me life, give me sweetness, give me love. Why? For your sake. So I want to sing my brother's nigun to put us in the right zone of what this word, this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful word is all about. Please sing with me. Lemancha Elokeinu Aseh Veloilanu Rei Amidaseinu Dalim Bebereikim Lemancha Elokeinu Aseh Veloilanu Rei Amidaseinu Dalim Bebereikim Ayhan Shalom Ay, 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 ha, neshamara, me'aguf, bala, chosa, alamala, aneshamara. From the top, everybody. Da 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 da. Ay ay ay. Da 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 da. Elokeinu aseh Rei amidaseinu dalim Oy oy ha-neshamara Ay 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 alam alam aneshama Oy 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 da 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 Oh da 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 Ay 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 alam Let's go. I want to hear you, Chavra. Hey, hey, oh. Ay, ay, oh. Ah. Okay, we're going to prepare for Slichot right now. תודה רבה. מצוין. אוקיי, חבר'ה, ברשות כל הקהל הקדוש, אשרי יושבי ביתך, יעללו השם שלך לשם שעדין העולם. שוים אל אדינוי אסכול יבוא ואסכול עד שוים ישמיע תהילת אדינוי ידבר פי ויברך כל בשר שם קודשו ובוי לעולם ועד ואנחנו נברך יום מעתה ועד אילום, הללויה. יסגדל ויסקדש שמי רבו ביעלמו דברו חילוסי וימליך מלכוסי בחייכון ויומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה בזמן קוראים ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבו מברך לעולם ולעולם מעולמיה יסברך וישתבח ויספועל ויסרימם ויסנוסי ויסעדל ויסעודל ויסעולם שמי דקודשא בריחו לעילה ולעילה מכל ברכוסה ושינוסה תושבחסה ונחמסה דמינו בעולמו ואימנו אמן לכל הדין צדק ומשת הפנים. כי עד השמע תפילו, שמע תפילו עדיך ודרכך אלוהינו להליכתך לרעים ולטובים והייתי נוסך ולמענך אלוהינו עשה ולילה עמיד עושינו דלים וריקים די 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 איי 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 די 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 המלך והגוף פלח חוסה הנשמה והגוף פלח חוסה על המלאך הנשמה והגוף שלך אדוני יעשה ולמען שמך עשנו על שמך אדוני עשה למען שמך בעבור כבוד שמך כי אין חנון ולחום שמך למען שמך אדוני וסלחת לה בינינו כי נעבוד סלח לנו אבינו כי ברע בבלתנו שגינו מחל לנו מלכנו כי נבוא בינינו אם אדוני חזקו ויצחק יבקש זכוס לעמד וישר הכואב זכרי דל יעקב כחוהים מוכם דבלים וסופה בשילום פנים כי על רחמך על ממנו בטוחים וכן כסו ויאמר הנעביר כל טובי על פניך וקרסי בשם אדוני לפניך וחנויסי אס אשר החיים וניחמתי אס אשר לכם אלה לכפיים אתה ומלכי ישראל כי יום ילד אדוני בענן תבוא על פשע ושמחי אשם כי יום יתייצב עמי שם תאזין שבעשינו ושק שמנו מעמד כי יום יקרא בשם אדוני ושם נאמר ויבוא אדוני על פניו ויקרא אדוני אדוני ירחם וחנון לעיניך אפיים וחסד ואמץ נצר חסד ודין ושמחה שלנו נקם ונקם כי אתה אדוני טוב וסלם לחסד לכל קרניך אז הנה הם תפילוסי ואל תסול מתחילוסי מלכנו לנו כי נריץ פעל אלי ישראל צדיקת נשאנו פליט הגם הזה כלכם אבל בוא נגדל לכם אדוני אלינו לאדוני שומך ביחסר הסלו אדוני צבויס ונשגב לו אנו להקיף סלו אדוני צבויס אשר אדם יתח בוך אדוני ישיע המלך יעננו ויום קרננו סלח נא לעוון העם הזה כגודל חסדך וכאשר נשא סולם הזה אל מצרים מעדינה ושם נאמר ויאמר אדוני סלחתי כדבריך אתה אלוהים משבר כי שמחוני כל עירך ועל עמך אדוני אלוהי ישראל אתה צדיק אלוהי עשה לי חייס בלב ובלב נתקה באנו לך לא זכר ובשיבנו ינדו חייס גם אשתנו התקשקנו בחנו סיסלי תוחייס דגול תהינה אוזנך כשבס בעיניך פקוחייס ישכב עדי סגרה על המביה לי so tevevei chevevev mama baka beroy fe oman uvaba ki ebevein le'alais aru kazein shuach koinem ועיניו תצפנה לחילך חלקלק נשס ברגליו ויסהר להיכל סבכה תוילדו חטאו ידידך העתיקו מילים בטענם יהודה וישראל ויהובו בשר מהמה שאין ואומה שאינה ויקנו בבוי שיבוי לסניגי למלו בנפשם דבר ונענה ונבא מרעימים שמה במבוא Litzman Ravulan Amar Chilemash Viglavan Ravulan תוירס תפילתי כאין וכקרבן תוכלה הקשיבה לכל שבים על קיבלי כי אליך אספולה אל מלך נשאר כיסא רק מזנוח חסד לריסולנו למר 13 זכור לנו היום ברית 13 כמו שהודעת עולה למקדמי כמו איש הכסוף בירד אדוני בענן ויס יוצא בימי שם ויקרא בשם אדוני ויעבור אדוני על פניו ויקרא אדוני, אדוני, ירחמו בך, אדוני, ירחמו ממחס ואמס, לא יצר חסד לאלופים, לא יסם וחשבתם לך ונכסנת, ונכסנת לנו ונגיר אותנו, כי אתה אדוני טוב סלם לחסד לכל כלך, למה אדוני, תעמד בדוחי. למה לנצח תשכחנו, תעזבנו לילך ימים, אלינו ולהביסנו. אזוב אין תחון, בהסקי ססינה. עפעפת בשקי חברו. בואי לך דוסך בנפש מרה בשמך הגדול ימצאו עזרה גיא בסננוחים אנוסם חזה יחינס קיימסם נעלתי בזה דדוי של בוינה מצער בוי זה ורוב יכפורה ונצחם יעשה הלא אתה היסה בנבקה היי סיה בהדר גינך ונעמת ייקין זדה אמונך והנה מקלים מתגרס חרינך זוי עמו באיבוים ממווים ניסבחו זה לא באפסים ולא ינחו חוב לרוחם ולעפר שחו חרשו חורשים ומעניסים תיכו ויתבו בבויץ ואין פויצר טורפיהם משלו מקצה אל קצה יום יום לא יחמם מנצר ויעד פורסים מלחץ ליצר ויקדו חייהם ויגן בנחה כושר רבה בעלבה שמחה ויש החוכים והנה צבחה אוי לי בתום קמים וחדו שוחה מעלים מסדים חולדיך מחבבון לך ישבש נח מצד מלוכם נחס נמצא מחדך גם את צבי שונח מנחל לצד נדילה מסדם גם שיבה סיים השב לחיק מענני שקך יצאך מדן מעני תתרס נך לכל תחנוני תרצני בקולי אדוני אדוני אלוהי סולנו למר 13 זכור לנו היום ברית 13 כמו שהודעת עולנה מכן וכמו שכתוב וילד אדוני בענן ויתייצב עמי שם ויקרא בשם אדוני ויבוא אדוני על פניו ויקרא אדוני אדוני רחמך נחמן מחסד ומצל נכס לבין מצל כי אתה אדוני תרס לם לחסד לכל קרנך כי ידים אין צבק אשר יעשה ולכתו אין אשכח עוצר יום אף כתסון כן יוציא צבתה אדיני חונון ולך ומלך במלכס ואמס אלוהים אדיני חן יצא מחליל לך אני וכל שלי הליכס לילה ישוע ספרב שם חיצך בהם תחלה, אסירך ומהם תעלה, יהיו דברי אלה, קריבים וריבים, אהובים וחביבים, אדוני צבאויס, ישב הכרובים. הריסו לנו לומר 13, זכור לנו היום ברית 13, כמו שהודעת עולה למקדם כמו שכסו. וילד אדוני בענן ויתייצב עם האישה ויקרא בשם אדוני. ויעבור אדוני על פניו ויקרא אדוני כי אתה אדוני תרס לחס לכל כליך יחס צדיק דק קדם ידי מזיבית מתחס טוב ידינו אדינו גיטו ימחס לך כמח מפני אלינו אלינו וליביסנו היום אמיתיי שפתי ידיים ורחו יגדול וישר במקרא ילמד כסוף ליום ואמרי ואפשר אגיה ניסתם כשליח ציבור ו13 מידו וישיג שיר דיבלס יקבורוי העביר בהרה למשה קשר המקושר הזהירוי ואמר אלוהי כל זמן שחייתי מבוני בחסדר הזהו וישים לפוני זו ימיד על הליס לא יחל לידי לידיניים חנון קודם שיכתב בו ויחשכתב וישוב אלוהי בענייני ויטוב אבי בסוף אבל ברב אבבכם ובס כלפי חסד מבקבים ישוב ילחם כובש ונושא ופני מסביר כך ימי הרידר לישיין באוויר הילי חוב מבוא ולסלובייך רחמה בחסדיו למבאגביר כמייך ממיילה תחבוב ובשס חסים ורב ויפה ובומן לפי המכה גדול ובוילה מי מלוגה מסחה הייתו זמן ואתי מדמים חיילי הבא אצלך לידי זימון נשתיה משך חינם חנים רחמן רנואן צמחם צמח חיים דמפנל וזנוית גגז חיים kind kalvini saat nach nicht Sheiris Yosef Mekabe Mitzay Slicha Lavoinoi Stigma Latoim Ki Yosef Lechav Tzidkei Secha Netzach Lesanois אלוהי סלנו למעל 13 זכור לנו היום ברית 13 כמו שהודעת עולה מקדם כמו שכסוף וירד על יוני בענן ויתייצב עמי שם ויקרא בשם אדוני ויעבור אדוני על פניו ויקרא אדוני, אדוני רחום וחנון ערך אפיים חסד אמת חסד ונשם וחוש דורן גם סלח כי אתה אדוני טוב סלם חסד וכל קודך אז תחפש זבחי צדק אוי לו וכל דין בחסד עליהם העילום ועד עילום על יראה בצדקו סל לבני בנים להינו ולאביסנו אז בהר מועד ציון אצל מיד da 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 Lochum titin shalom nachnisai uschayam negizay berisai leyeser apleto shal sherisai tiye pleito v'haya kodesh el melech yoshem kisei nachami אלוהי סלנו למער 13 זכור לנו היום ברית 13 כמודו שהודעת עולת מקדם כמו שכסוף וירד אדוני בענן ויתייצב עמי שם ויקרא בשם אדוני ויעבור אדוני על פניו ויקרא אדוני, אדוני, ירח מחנן מחמם חסד כי אתה אדוני טוב זלם חסדך וקודך אדוני, אדוני אזכרה אלוהים במה ביראיסי כל עיר עתידה בנויה ועיר האלוהים מושפלת עד שאל תחתי ובכל זאת ויסענו ליה ועינינו ליה אוי מידת הרחמים עלינו הסגלגלי ולפני בקוינך תחינתנו הפילי וביעבע דמך רחמים שלי כי בכל לבב דווי בכל לא נשלח לי תמכתי יסי נויסי ב13 אויס ובשערי תמויס כי דוי נשלבוי לכן שפכתי שיח פני בויך אין לי בייס בטוח אני באלה ובזכות שליש סבוי ילצאי מלפניך שומע כל ברכי שתשים את דמעינו בנויתך להיות וסצילנו מכל גזירות אכזרי כי לך לבד איננו צלויות אי דה 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 da 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 ay da 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 yam da 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 oy 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 da 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 my doim da 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 do da 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 do el melech yeshiv al kisei rachmim אל סלון ולומר 13 זכור לנו היום ברית 13 כמו שהודעת לנו מכאן וכמו שכתוב וילד אדוני בענן ויתייצב עם האישה ויקרא בשם אדוני ויעבור אדוני על פניו ויקרא אדוני רחום בך כי אתה אדוני טוב זלם חסדך קודך תזכור לנו למען טובך אדוני זכור רחמך יתום סכום תנחם ציין כי יש לכן נקי במי דידי לי 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 ay la 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 ay la 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 and it ya did it die 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 da bin it dum bum bum did it ding ding da 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 ma ya ya zkhon אל תפלג שם הזבל ישב ולחתס הינוס, אשר סלינו חתס, של נעל ושל חתנו. חתנו צודנו, סלח לנו יוצאנו, איך נלחם משבר חתנו צודנו, סלח לנו יוצאנו, גיא מחזק ביד ועד עוד איש בנו שמיים, חתנו צודנו, סלח לנו יוצאנו, השמיים חתנו צולנו, סלח לנו אצלנו. תלך רק שם חתנו צולנו, סלח לנו אצלנו, פליגים משפט צדק כליסי ישמע שמיים ונשגב לבד די שמוע כי נחם עדיני חתנו צולנו, סלח לנו אצלנו זכר לנו זכר בריס אברהם הקדוש יצחק והשם שבוס אל יעקב וישיינו למען שמך יעברנו מארץ תבל חיפזון הלכו ימים דבר כל חזון בישראל חדו פרוזון משמננו שולח לזין אי ושוב ברחם השייס ישראל וישיינו למען שמך גוי נחל גנה גוסטים דה כולם דבר כל היום וחלום דוי לשום בקשן לו והשם שבוס על יעקב אביו וישיינו למען שמך Ayna koyde sham khayz sim le khaybol levizois bechol mahmode atvois gnu zois ben shiura katay lazois beshu berachmim al sheinis Israel vehoy sheinu leman shemecha Goyel chazak lemancha pedeinu reki azlas yadeinu shoki avdu chasideinu mafgen be'adeinu v'ashev shvus le'yakov v'yishyeinu leman shemecha Bris avais veimois vashvotim rachamecha v'chasadecha mirvois itim yazecha lemokim benimratim v'alecha kol yom nishchotim v'shuv berachmim al sheilis Yisrael v'yishyeinu leman shemecha Doin esh damim doin dineinu אשר שיבה סיים אל חיק מעננו, חינם נמכרנו במחצב בנינו, זה כואב בייס בקדושך השומם לעינינו, והשם שבוס על יעקב, וישיינו למען שמך. זכר לנו מחנישונים כאשר אמרתי, זכר מחנישונים אשר יצאתי יצאנו ממצרים, לעין יגיל נא ישראל, לאלוהים אני אדוני. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. אמן פסחי תשובה, בכל התורה נחשבה תמיד עיני בו. בא לפורש יוס, בשיבי לב ודיקוס, בנחס ולב וליוס, לא יבש גיוס. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. גיוס ונקמה מדובש, לישיעה מחובש, לך עצב יכבש, בנחיל המסוגים מדבש דבש, וחדר בלשונך, שמע ישראל משוננך, בקולנו, הרי בשכננך, כבד אס אדוני מעינך. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. עינך מתנה אס יכבישך, ולפני גדולים ינבישך, אהוב פוינתך מרפשך, בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך, ונפשך שמוע מילה, ובנך לצלוח תכלה, בגופך וסל מילה, וסוסיג את זרע. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד, זרע קודש דגויים. תמיד זבוכים כגדים, ובכנף מלך מחסויים, הדבקים מלאים חיים. חיים וסייף נשלבים, יסק וגיסם יכסובים, ינוצל משסם להבים, מיטיב אדוני לטובים. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. שמר כניסו כלה צמצם שכינה סלע הנחילה, לעילה מאפיל עלילה, לישיינה בסהילה, תהילה וזגה עלינו, מחסנו וסיסלנו, הואר פניך אלינו, יחסדך אדוני עלינו. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. נעשה מנו שבתנו. תביאנו אל קודשך, ושמחנו בסביב תפילתך, כמו שכוסו אוי ואבי אוי שים אל קודשי, ושימחתם בבייס תפילתי, ואבי אויסים אל הקודשי, ושימחתם בבייס תפילתי. אוי לא יסיים בזבחיהם תפילה היא קורא לך אמן. די 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 דם. Da 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 da. Ay 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 ay. Da 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 da. Do 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 da da di da do. Da 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 da. Ay oh 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 lo say. Shema Koileinu Adonai Eloheinu Chos v'rachem aleinu B'kabel v'rachmim U'v'rotzoin es tfiloseinu Ashiveinu Adonai Eilecha v'noshuva Chadesh Yameinu אל תשליכנו מלפניך ורוח קודשך אל תיקח ממנו אל תשליכנו לזיקנה ככלה יזכיכנו אל תעזבנו אל תעזבנו אדוני כי לך אדוני אלוהינו מלא בסדר אנחנו חטאנו Shana Vajana Khamisha Micha Avdach Lefanech Daniel Shchamud Aneinu Adonai Allah, Aneinu, Aneinu Eloheinu, Aneinu, Aneinu Avinu, Aneinu, Aneinu Boireinu, Aneinu, Aneinu Goy Aleinu, Aneinu, Aneinu Dorsheinu, Aneinu, Aneinu Aneman aneinu, aneinu v'asig lechasin aneinu, ay aneinu zach v'yashar aneinu, aneinu chai v'kayam aneinu, aneinu tov u'meitim aneinu, aneinu yeyayetzer aneinu, aneinu kodesh ke'asim aneinu, aneinu leibesh tzakais, aneinu, aneinu melech malchei amlachim, aneinu, aneinu naira v'nizgav, aneinu, aneinu soleach u'meichel, aneinu, aneinu oin ve'istara, aneinu, aneinu poide u'matzil, aneinu, aneinu tzadik ve'yashar, aneinu, aneinu karov lekorav, aneinu, aneinu rachum bechanon, aneinu, aneinu shemei al yel v'vyoinim, aneinu, aneinu taimech temimim, aneinu, aneinu Elohei Avosinu, aneinu, aneinu Elohei Avraham, aneinu, aneinu pachad Yitzchak, aneinu, aneinu Avid Yaakov, aneinu, aneinu Ezras Hashvatim, aneinu, aneinu Mizgavim Mois, aneinu, aneinu Kashelichos, aneinu, aneinu Rach V'Ritzos, aneinu, aneinu Oinei Beis Ratzayin, aneinu, aneinu Avi Yisayimim, aneinu, aneinu Dayan Almanois, aneinu, la 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 la, ay la 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 la, ay la 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 la, ba la 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 la, ba la 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 la, ba la 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 la, ba la 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 la, ay ay ay, mi she'on. צדיקים, החסידים, התמימים והישונים. וירחמנו דעני דעני לעניי אוי ויעננה. רחמנו דעני דעני לעניי אוי 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 רחמנה דעני לספיני לימבה אוי עננה אוי עננה רחמנה לספיני לימבה אוי עננה אוי עננה רחמנה דעני דעני לעניי אוי ויעננה Nachamana de'anei lani oy vei anena oy Nachamana de'anei lismi le'limba oy anena Nachamana de'anei lismi le'limba oy anena Asleinu elinu advar kvoit shemem bebecha V'atzilenu v'chaper al chatoiseinu leman shemecha Yizgadal v'yizgadash Shem Rabba B'yomo adivrach Tchilu l'sei v'yamlich Machosei b'chayeichaynu ובחיי נכל בייס ישראל בגלו בזמן קרוב עדיף וימלו אמן יהי שמי דבא לך לעולם וליומי עלמיה יספור לך וישתבח בי ויספור בל וישראל עם ויסנסי ויסעדה ויסעל השמי דקון שבריחו לעילה ולעילה מכל בלחסה ושירס תושבחה זמן מלאת אמירם במה ביברו אמן תסקבל צלו ישראל ובוסר דרך בייס ישראל ואלי קודם מבוא די בשמיה אוי וימדו אמן יהי שלום עולם במשמיה וחיים טובים עלינו ויעל כל ישראל וימדו אמן ויעשה השלום במריימה ויעשה שלום עלינו ויעל כל ישראל וימדו אמן לה 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 bam 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 I like oh 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 la 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 Adeu b'yeshuas orech yamim
Gmar Chatimat Tova to everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Reb Shlomo Katz, for making this the most meaningful slichas of the year. Shkoyach Gadol. Shkoyach to all the seminaries and Eretz Hatzvi that came to join us tonight. All those others that came to join and to make this slichas. Gmar Chatimat Tova, and thank you very much, OU Israel staff, for being here way beyond the call of duty and for doing this incredible event.